At long last, the time pioneers have been waiting for is finally here. It has finally been determined when Pi Network Mainnet will take place. Guys, Mainnet has been every pioneer's dream. Since the core team has not yet brought Pi to the Mainnet, none of us have been able to trade it throughout this time period. We have all been waiting for them to do so for the past 3 years, but in today's episode we will be explaining the primary factor that has contributed to the continued delay of the Mainnet, as well as provide an actual date for when the Mainnet will be live. So guys, keep watching as we will continue to keep you informed about the Pi network and cryptocurrency market. But before we move directly into the business of the day, kindly support our channel by pressing the subscribe and notification button. As governments all around the world are beginning to grasp the promise of cryptocurrencies and the technology behind blockchains, they are beginning to put regulations in place to protect consumers and prevent fraud. This is a step in the right direction for Pi Network, as it will lead to an increase in users' trust in the platform and make it a more attractive choice for users in the mainstream. The year 2023 is going to be a significant one for Pi Network due to the fact that the Pi Network core team are working diligently to develop the infrastructure, community, partnerships and ecosystem that are required for the network to be successful. The team's goal is to create a fully functional network that is ready for general adoption by the year 2023, as well as a big and active community of users, a number of partnerships in place and a variety of apps and services built on top of the network by that time. Therefore, if you are interested in Bitcoin and the technology behind blockchains, it is highly recommended that you keep an eye on it. Pi Network. The Pi Network core team are working tirelessly and diligently to create something absolutely remarkable, and it appears that the year 2023 will be a pivotal one for the initiative. It is the goal of the team behind Pi Network to develop a network that is completely functional and ready for general adoption by the year 2023. This will be a very significant achievement for the project, and it will cause a great deal of new doors to open for the ways in which Pi Network can be put to use. The Pi Network is currently expanding its community, which is a process that is currently underway. By 2023, the developers of Pi Network are working toward the goal of the network supporting a sizable and vibrant community of users who are making use of the platform to earn and spend money. This will be a significant achievement for the project, and it will contribute to ensuring that there will be a continued need for the network in the future. Pi Network is currently in the process of expanding its partnership structure. By 2023, the group of people that are responsible for the Pi Network are working toward the goal of establishing a number of partnerships that will assist in accelerating the network's adoption. This will be a significant turning point for the initiative and how it will contribute to ensuring that there is a sustained amount of success associated with the network. The expansion of Pi Network's ecosystem for why you should invest in it now rather than later. The group of people behind Pi Network is working toward the goal of having a variety of apps and services built on top of the network by the year 2023. Users who are currently going through the KYC procedure are the primary focus of Pi Group's efforts, as this is the group's primary goal. Insofar as it is in my best interest for the Pi Network to continue functioning with a closed mainnet, I must admit that it won't be such a terrible thing if it also begins functioning with an open mainnet. The Know Your Customer (KYC) process is the most significant obstacle standing in the way of Pi Network's ability to provide the launch date of the mainnet. Despite the fact that the procedure is being delayed, it is for the best course of action. Since they want to be able to weed out persons who are using fraudulent accounts, the KYC procedure has been postponed so that they may make the necessary preparations. There will not be any form of initial coin offering, ICO or crowdfunding sales of Pi being conducted by Pi Network. Thus, any party imitating Pi Network or its creators to undertake a sale or listing is illegal and fraudulent. Any sales of Pi towards pioneers are unapproved and have no affiliation with the Pi core team. Any potential scams should be avoided at all costs by pioneers, who should also avoid participating. By using our mobile app to make a contribution to the ecosystem, you are able to mine Pi for no cost. In addition, any Pi that has been mined may only be claimed from within the official Pi app via the Mainnet dashboard, and it must first be put into your Pi wallet before being claimed. Any website that asks pioneers to claim Pi using alternative methods is a hoax. A blockchain underpins the operation of the decentralized cryptocurrency known as the Pi network. The version of the Pi network that is used for production is referred to as the mainnet, while the version of the network that is used for testing is referred to as the testnet. One of the most significant distinctions that can be made between the mainnet and the testnet is that the mainnet is the one that is utilized for actual transactions and possesses an actual value, whilst the testnet is the one that is utilized for testing and does not possess any real value. Because of this, transactions carried out on the testnet do not contribute anything of value to the actual world and are not added to the blockchain in the same way that transactions carried out on the mainnet are. A further distinction lies in the possibility that the software versions and capabilities of the testnet and the mainnet will be dissimilar. Tests of brand new functions or updates, for instance, might first be carried out on the testnet before being implemented on the mainnet. In a nutshell, the production version of the Pi network is referred to as the mainnet, and it is the version of the network that is used for actual transactions. On the other hand, the testnet is a version of the network that is only used for testing purposes and does not have any actual value. The work on Know Your Customer (KYC) is not only about scaling and allowing people to pass, but it is also about making sure that the overall KYC goals are achieved in order to let real pioneers in different countries and regions, in order to enable them to pass KYC as accurately and safely as possible while preventing as many fake accounts as possible. The Know Your Customer KYC upgrade will not only improve the present technique, but it will also extend it and make it easier to use for end customers. In addition, the update will make the method more secure. In addition, the team is working to remove the obstacles that have hampered the processing of an increasing number of applications. These blockages have been caused by an increase in the number of applications. Having such a high level of security in place even before the primary network is operational is really important. Now consider the time when the main net will be activated. It will be excellent, which also translates to the fact that my coin, your coin, and any other transaction that will be taking place on the Pi network will be safe in the hands of the people who are working on it. The completion of the Know Your Customer procedure is one of the fundamental steps that must be taken in order to gain access to the Pi mainnet. As a result of this, the team at Pi Network has identified 3 primary areas of attention that are essential to the expansion of KYC. The first of these is to improve the Know Your Customer app. 2. Make it easier for people who are going through the KYC process to interact with your service. Third, the growing number of people who use Pi calls for a Know Your Customer campaign that is both more thorough and more efficient. We are all waiting with bated breath for the announcement regarding the launch of the main net. I'm having a hard time keeping it together. Just consider all of the tempting offers that will be made available by the mainnet after it has been introduced, which will happen very soon. Perhaps it will take place on March 14th, which is also known as Pi Day, so let us maintain being patient so we won't lose out. That's all for now. Don't forget to support our channel by pressing the subscribe and notification bell. Thank you and see you in our next video.